Well, hello everybody. How you doing? Welcome back to Jedi Granville Productions. I am Jedi Granville, or as some would like to call me, Sexual Chocolate. Why? Because I'm so darn delicious. But anyway, yes, welcome back to another episode of Takasasu Corner. And today joining me is to my left or right, or how it's pointing at. I got Kaiju Enigma Ultra Jake. Welcome, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Okay. And next to him is the professor, who we call him the professor, but his full name is Daniel Miller of Dan Filming. How you doing today, sir? Or tonight?
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm doing fine. Thank you very much.
All right. And below us, we got Mr. Anthony Jordan of Movies and Gaming. How you doing, Anthony?
Good.
All right. And coming back on my channel for a good while, Mr. Gojira 851, Matt Jacob. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. How are you doing?
All right. Okay. Well, look, we're gonna have a good time doing this. This is something totally outrageous on my part because I am outrageous and uncouth. But anyway, but what we're gonna do is, and it's kind of enriching considering that both me and Daniel just came back from G-Fest, and I still feel that little bit of that residue of the G-Fest effect. And what we're going to do is talk about each of our favorite top 10 when I say kaiju, I should say Godzilla designs. And it's kind of funny, like it's kind of like Bugs Bunny, like King Kong, like Mickey Mouse. Through the years, they've gone through different variations of themselves, and you've seen them, and it's like, okay, it noticed the same character, but what look do we particularly like that actually stands out, that we feel like it really personifies us as, you know, an audience member, as a fan, basically, you know? Because let's be honest, I can say that let's say the Millennium is like my top favorite, or the original 54 Gojira is my top favorite. You know, it varies. It's a rack between the brain to say which one do you like the most from A to B or Z or however you want to say it, you know. But we're going to start by kind of putting it out there and saying like, okay, this is it, and say this is what we like the most. And hopefully anybody who's watching, who cares what you think, because it's our list. And if you don't like our list, well, get on the horse and go do whatever. Anyway,
create your own channel and make your own list.
Thank you. That's what you should do. So
it ain't that difficult.
It is not. It's never that difficult. I mean, if you want to make it difficult, well, I mean, anyway, let's get it going here. Sorry, I'm being outrageous here. Sorry.
Outrageous? Never.
I know, right? It's like, how can I be outrageous? No, but we're gonna get started, and we're gonna start with okay, we're starting with differences. Wow.
No, I'm just straightening it up.
It's like you're scraping the surface there. It's like, we're gonna make this happen, sir, no matter what we do.
Nope, I was just adjusting the camera.
Okay, perfect adjustment. We like it. See, I get so giddy when I do these kind of things because it brings me alive. You know, I feel like I'm a dead man walking, but no, I'm not. I'm just in hibernation, as the saying goes. So, but with that being said, let's start with number 10, and we're going to start from the bottom going to the top. And Mr. Gojira 851, give us your number 10, sir.
My number 10 is a tie. which is a running theme with who I am as a YouTuber and as a person. I can't pick between these two, which is what it is. It is a tie between Millennium Goji and Kiryu Goji. They are very similar in design and similar in action. They are both from the Millennium series. One made his debut in Godzilla 2000 here in the States, or Godzilla Millennium over in Japan, where the other made his debut in Godzilla X Mechagodzilla, and then was in the sequel, Godzilla Tokyo SOS, where, again, the other was in Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. Both radical new designs for Godzilla. They took place in the Millennium series, were very cool designs, again, very awesome designs, and they just stand out. I can't pick between the two of them. And they shortened Godzilla a lot from the Heisei series, so he's a lot more compatible with the city that he's walking through, plus the fights that he's in. And the way how the music, plays with his attacks with the city and when he fights with the monsters, it's just can't pick between the two of them. So they both get the number 10 spot. So that's just who I am. That's what I pick.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, sometimes, as you say, it's easy, but kind of hard too, because it's like which one seems to stand out the most as far as the number ratio. So it's like that makes sense. All right. Well, Anthony, what's your number 10, sir?
My number 10 is also from the Millennium series, and it's the last Godzilla we would get for about 10 years.
Okay.
And that would be Godzilla from Godzilla Final Wars, which, fitting that it ended the series for a long time, that it was basically a then modern-day recreation of the 1954 suit. They just took that original classic design, updated it, gave it a little more ferocity and more personality than they kind of had in 1954 when they were still learning and figuring out how to do this stuff as they were doing it. So for number 10, Godzilla Final Wars Godzilla.
Okay, cool. All right then. Well, Professor, what is your number 10, sir?
Okay, at number 10, my number 10, it would, again, like Matt, this one's a tie, but it's a tie between the Final Wars Goji and the 67 Goji from Son of Godzilla. There are things I do like about them. I do like the approach that they were going for with the Son of Godzilla suit. Now they made him a bit taller. It gave him really good-looking dorsal spines. Now, I get the idea with the head, but it just... I don't know if it's just me or if it actually is in the suit, but I feel that the eyes were misaligned.
Kind of wonky a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit wonky, a little bit misaligned. Now, the Final Wars Goji, again, very much like Anthony said, I appreciate what they were going for. And, again, it is harkening back to the 54 original, albeit with a very slimmed down design, and he actually looks very athletic in this, which now I actually prefer this type of athletic design over the Monsterverse evolved Godzilla. So, excuse me, but yeah, for me it's a tie between Final Wars and Son of Godzilla.
Okay, cool. Before we go any further, let me give a shout out to Mr. Kevin Lambert. How you doing, sir?
Ben,
Hello,
doing
Kevin.
how you doing, brother?
Welcome to the show. Hopefully you're enjoying your time with what's going on. So that's good. All right. Well, Jake, what's your number 10, sir?
Well, my number 10 is King Goji from King Kong vs. Godzilla, 1962. I was a big fan of that design.
I just happen to have a picture of him too.
Yep. I liked it. It was always funny when he did the little
Yes.
that little clicking noise with his hands. So I thought it was a cool design, and it was the first Godzilla that was in color, and you actually got a more in depth of his atomic breath It almost looked like a flamethrower, almost just about, but you can still get the blue hue in a
Right.
way. So my number 10 is Godzilla from King Kong versus Godzilla 1962.
Cool. And Kevin just saying Michigan. Hey, dude. I mean, you got other family too, but we'll still be your family no matter what. So that's all that matters. Like I say, multiple families. There's nothing wrong with that. So, well, my number 10, and might blow some people's minds, but believe it or not, and it's surprising. This is one of my favorites out of the Heisei Godzilla films, and you think it'd be maybe the '84, possibly the '80, like I say, '91 with Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, but it's actually the Burning Godzilla, the
Really?
final one. For some reason, it's more unique in my mind because, let's be honest, it shows the ferocity of what Godzilla is, and it shows a different view of him. Because it's like you never imagined that this particular legendary creature would go into this kind of look or anything like that. It's like his body is totally metamorphosing and it's becoming something totally different. And I don't know why, because at first it was never something that I really liked when it first came out. I was kind of like, what is this? Now, what is this? All this orange and kind of detail, But I don't know. It took it. That's kind of like fine wine. It takes some time to really ferment and grow on you. So, in time, it would really just hit me like, okay, this is what people are looking at. And then when you look at the film, especially at its end, you see the reaction of why he's such a effective, type of looking Godzilla, because you feel sad for him, and it's just crazy knowing that this was his last film, but of course it wasn't his last film. It was just a stepping stone to something else, because that saying that Jarrell would say, the son becomes the father becomes the son becomes the father. How it goes. I can't say it right, but that's the mentality of knowing that something that seems so simple becomes so iconic at the same time. So that's my number 10. There you go. So we got number 10 out the way. Now we must go on to number 9, because we got to click our heels like Dorothy and say it's nothing, no place like home to that degree. So I'm going to do a reverse here. I'm going to start with Jake. Yes, got you, caught you, didn't I? got you all kilter, didn't I?
Gotcha, bitch.
Yes, exactly. You thought it was going down to the other guy, but it's like, no, I'm going to start with you. It's like, yeah. Yes. Got him.
Oh shit!
Oh boy! Now this is why I say you never know. You never know, especially coming from me. So,
All right,
you're number 9, sir. Yes.
So my number 9. Damn you, Daniel! You got me. So my number 9, oddly enough, is the creepiest Godzilla we ever had, and that will be Shin Godzilla. I love the film, and I love how they did the evolution of this creature, and with its final design, it was just like, oh my god, they made this guy creepy as hell. And I love how the back spines would shoot out lasers. I thought that was cool. I thought it was cool that they shot out the beam from its tail. And it was weird that its jaw would separate when it get ready to fire its main beam. So that is my number 9, Shin Godzilla.
And I just want to add, it's kind of weird because, like I say, there are there's criticism about that particular design. It's criticism about the film itself. But that's my personal favorite Godzilla film to begin with. But like I say, it's like I look at it. It's like it's a reimagining of something that we already know. It's like, okay, why not try from the tail? Why not try something from the dorsal fins? I mean, it's just something different. You never know. It's just something different for the imagination to come into play. But anyway, Danny boy, what's your number 9, sir?
All right, my number 9. Now, for my number 9, I'm going to go with the design from Singular Point, namely the final form.
Okay.
Now, for the second attempt at doing a Godzilla anime, I actually prefer this one over the Godzilla Earth trilogy. It looks fresh and even monstrous with a bit of a demonic feature going on, especially in the face. But I do really like how it has more of a Heisei quasi-millennium mix going on in the design. I also like to think of it as a little bit of a, not a precursor of sorts to the Ride or -1, but it does have very similar feet in terms of the size of the feet going on there. But I do also like how it is the design of the dorsal plates, how there's these red vein-like structures going throughout the dorsal plates, which adds a very distinctive touch to the overall design.
Okay. All right.
And it does borrow elements from Shin Godzilla, like the evolution of sorts. But in this one, I kind of like the stylization of anime mixed with previous Godzilla incarnations, even mixing with other kaiju in those designs throughout the series, especially for the final design here.
Okay. Nice. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, that doesn't have to necessarily come from the films. It can come from any particular format of what you describe for, Godzilla or anything like that. Because let's be honest, I've seen printed versions of Godzilla. I've seen, video game version of, and some of the designs are pretty kick ass. So it's like don't rule it out. That's the thing you have to realize. It's all about your personal preference, and some people should respect that. Although we got some really diehard ones who are like so religious with it. I'm just like, dude, it's like it ain't that serious. It's a fun thing. Don't let it get to your head like, oh, it has to be a purist thing that you have to love this particular side. No, if this person likes this, let it go. Like, Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Okay. Anyway, stop. Okay. Stop. Anthony, what's your number 9, sir?
Number 9 comes from the Showa era, and those who are the hardcore fans know there came a period where Godzilla went from a monster with a more ferocious look to this superhero character. And I'm going with the film where I think they perfected the superhero look, and that's Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 1974.
Cool.
They still kept the superhero look, but it's like they incorporated a little bit of the ferocity back into it, and I thought it was as good of a look as we were going to get for Godzilla in the Showa series to end out on. So, yeah, that's my number 9.
Okay, cool. And it's kind of interesting. I thought that would be part of my list, but it's like there's some other designs that I particularly like more. So and I should have did a tie, but it's like, nah, I'm gonna stick with what I have. So it's like, but no, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that's a good design as well. Well, Matt, what is your number 9, sir?
My number 9 is the Gemstone Godzilla from the animated shorts that came out a few years ago. Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex and Godzilla vs. Megalon. Now, these films heavily teased that this version of Godzilla is a continuation of the Heisei Godzilla, that this is Godzilla Jr. Now, they've come out and said that it's not. However, there's a lot of things that still say that yes, it is. I went back and I rewatched these before, and there's so many things that shows that it is, but they say it's not so, but okay, so I love the design. I love the wackiness that this Godzilla has. It actually, flies in one part of the movie. It has a power-up sequence, almost like it's turning into like a Super Saiyan at one part, which, awesome. It almost has a burning effect, like burning Godzilla in the 95 film, except it has white, atomic breath rather than red atomic breath. It charges up his punches, with atomic energy as well. The fight with Gigan Rex, there's like an army of Gigans as well. They're fun shorts. You haven't watched them, go watch them. Also, they brought back Megumi Odaka as well, which I had the honor of meeting at G-Fest as well, which played Miki Sagusa in the Heisei films. And it's an awesome design, awesome Godzilla. If they were to ever bring back the Heisei Godzilla, please make that the Heisei Godzilla. It's such an awesome design. Awesome films, and make those canon somehow. Make it like a multiverse of Godzilla. We got multiverses for all of these things. Do that. I don't care. Let the haters talk. Let the haters be upset. We don't need any more multiverses. Make a multiverse of that. I don't care. It was awesome. Just the music, the fight sequences, the effects, the whole 9 yards. Awesome. So yeah, that's my number 9.
It's funny, before I give mine number 9, it's kind of funny you bring that up, because I've always imagined what would happen if they did a multiversal Godzilla tale, because it's dude, that would be such a badass, introduction of seeing how Godzilla, and it's yes, we got multiverses, but that's comic books. Let's try something with Godzilla. Let's do a multiversal version of him, that you never know. It might work out, may not, but it's give it a try. You never know until you throw that out there, and I'm throwing it out there too. It's try it out. It could work out. But anyway, number 9, I have to say this one really does stand out, because it's just like Burning Godzilla. This particular design had to grow on me, and the reason why I think it grew on me, because the film itself had to grow on me, and it's the sleeping demon himself from GMK. This design, and it's kind of weird, because if anyone, and like I say, if anyone's a fan, which I know you guys are, and others too, we've seen Godzilla in promotional stills where his eyes were white, okay, in the past. It's during the Showa eras. And his eyes were white. And someone just took it on themselves, what would he look like if we actually made a suit or a kaiju version of him? His eyes are white. And this particular design is a representation of the death of so many souls that were lost at a certain time. And it's it's happening Godzilla. He's just he can't let go of the rage and the so-called, disproportion of things that have been done in Japan or whatever, But the bottom line is that he's a very destructive Godzilla. He blows stuff up relentlessly. It's I don't give a damn who you are. I mean, I blow up a kaiju. I mean, the way he destroys Baragon in that scene, it's dude, he just lights him up and just it's savage. He's a very savage version of what Godzilla is, and you can tell he's not a good guy.
And Baragon's expression.
Yeah. Baragon's expression was just
he was
yeah, it's kind of silly, but it's at the same time, it's oh no, he's about to get barbecued here.
Yeah, he was annihilated.
He was very annihilated, and I hate that for him. But hey, like I say, it's good, and to me, I think it's good acting on the suit performers as well as anyone who was in the film. So I feel like it have. And if you notice, it's slight comedy in the film, but I feel like that's that gets not overlooked by what the message of the film is really trying to say, and that particular Godzilla really hones in that. So
Yep.
okay. So now I'm not going back to you, Jake. I'm going back to the Matt. Starting back up number 8 with Matt. So don't worry, I'm gonna keep you on your toes, but be prepared if I go back to you suddenly. So anyway, Matt, we're at number 8. So what do you particularly have at number 8 that's your favorite Godzilla design?
My number 8 is GMK Godzilla.
Okay.
Okay. The reason why he is a vengeful spirit, a vengeful monster.
Mm-hmm.
He is not coming to save you. He is not coming to be the hero. He's not coming to just trample a couple of buildings. He is coming to just, hey, Rockstar, everybody, how you doing?
Yeah.
He is coming to destroy everything, and he's coming to have fun doing it. I don't know about fun, but he's coming to destroy everything.
Right.
Okay. That girl in that hospital bed got jackhammered. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. That woman who said Godzilla's just a legend. Oh yeah. She's now blowing in the wind from after saying that. His one atomic breath attack, yeah, it left a mushroom cloud. And then we saw the the progression of cinematography and the effects that they used with the Godzilla films, with the different things they would use to try to take down Godzilla. You know, the different types of machinery,
The weapons.
the vision that they try to use with the helicopters. You know, the night vision that they try to use as well. When he fought Baragon, and again, like you said, when Baragon was like, "Oh no," I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm about to die," and then just turns to dust and blows into the wind. Now, since we're bringing up GMK, I'm going to briefly bring upon that wasn't the original film we were supposed to get. Yes, it wasn't the original film. We were supposed to get Anguirus and Varan in that film. That does sound like the more advantageous film. I'd rather have seen that film, but Toho pulled the plug on that and gave us King Ghidorah and gave us Mothra instead. In another world, in another timeline, we would have gotten a different film. I'd rather have seen that. There, that's all I'm going to say about it. There's plenty of videos out there talking about that version of that film that we could have gotten.
Yeah.
But we didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But still, this version of Godzilla is absolutely awesome. I love the cinematography of him up against the city as well. And also, that's where we really started to show up the CG, and not really CG, but like green screen and Godzilla and matte paintings and stuff like of Godzilla compared to the city really stepped up as well. They started with Godzilla 2000 and Megaguirus looked good. It looked really good in GMK.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I don't want to keep going on about it, but GMK, that's my number 8. And outstanding. Again, there's so many designs for Godzilla. I could make like a top 50 of this, but like, again, constrained. But anyway, you know, I digress.
Yeah.
Moving along.
Yeah, but quickly add on to what Matt was saying about what GMK was originally meant to be. If you look closely at Ghidorah's heads, you would notice little design elements from Varan, namely the little crests on the sides of his head, indicating that was originally meant to be Varan before they swapped him out with Ghidorah.
I have to really say this. Like, it's funny how some things get planned. I mean, I'm gonna say this real quick. You got something that could wholly just change the whole game a little bit, but yet you're so scared to take a chance with that. It's like, you don't think Varan can hold water? I mean, you can give it a try. You never know, you know. But I guess again, this is where the so-called bean counters, the studio heads say, "Well, we're going to choose for this because we feel like this more threat." It's like, you don't know until you try, you know. Yeah. But again, this is how studio heads work, whether here or abroad, no matter what you do. But anyway, Anthony, what's your
number 8? Would be the one that started it all, the original 1954 Godzilla. it's just got such a great design. The base, and even despite that, yeah, it shows its age in places. There are some shots where it still looks very intimidating and menacing. Like when they shot that suit well, they shot it really well. But yeah, number 8, just short and simple, the original.
Hey, the original Goji. I mean, it's like, yeah. I mean, it's the one that really captivated to where we're at now talking about. What's your favorite design as far as that goes?
Mhm.
Professor, what is your number 8?
Right, my number 8 now. This one actually comes from the 70s, but not from the movies themselves. Now, this was actually a tie with a comic book illustration and also a toy company illustration. But the toy company illustration, for me, only just got the upper hand. This is Godzilla from HG Toys, Godzilla Battles the Tricephalon Monster. I have the remastered artwork of it right here.
Let me put that up on this big screen here. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, yes. I know about that.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. What I like about this particular design is how it looks. It looks like it's a perfect blend of a traditional dinosaur and the amphibian type thing, but it's captured the very core design elements of what makes Godzilla Godzilla. As for an Americanization of a foreign character, this is one of my best designs, in my opinion. In fact, I would have liked to have seen this as actually being used in an actual movie, like if it were made in the US. Like here, for example, because I've done a concept for this earlier.
Okay, hold on. Ah, okay.
Hold on, I'll just shorten the brightness down a bit so you guys can see. There it is.
Okay. That's not bad.
But yeah, definitely would recommend taking a look at it. That and the Marvel Comics Godzilla illustration as well. Now, the artwork in question was for a toy company called HG Toys, and they did a series of jigsaw puzzles for it, which I have some right here. So that's the first one, where he's battling some baby ships. That's him breathing fire. And this is him rampaging through town.
Yeah, I've seen that design multiple times. And quick question, and I'm freaking sure you guys have. I'm thinking Anthony or even Matt, y'all know this. Have you ever seen the storyboards for the deleted? When I say deleted, it was kind of finalized. It was put in storyboards, but it was a 3D version of Godzilla that was supposed to come out in the 80s, American version. That design, what you showed us, Professor, is like it kind of hones in, because I've seen that before. I've seen that particular design, and it was Godzilla, but it was more dinosaur-like.
Yeah.
More ferocious. But I mean, that's what's harking back in my mind about that, because I remember seeing that, and it's crazy because it was going to go forward, because they like I say, they were headed down for the storyboards. They were going full forward, and then it just got shut down, got done. It's
because they weren't willing to spend $30 million budget on a stop motion 3D monster movie. That's why.
Again, not taking a risk with some things. And it's like, well, okay, y'all missed out on a golden opportunity, and then we got 98. So hey, smile in your face.
Yeah. So the moral of it is this. You see, if a studio takes no risks, it doesn't lose its thrilling either. But then again, it doesn't get any reward for it.
True.
So who knows? Maybe this could have been a 80s blockbuster. Maybe it just would have been a decent entertainment film. Maybe it would have been a flop. We'll never know now.
Well, it's like How many licks did it take to get a center of a Tootsie Pop? Yeah, the world will never know. Anyway. Well, Jake, what's your number 8, sir? That kind of rhymed.
Yeah, it did kind of rhyme.
Yeah.
My number 8. This one was a tough one.
Okay.
So there's been many designs, but it's like, which one do I want to put at the number 8 spot? So my number 8 is going to be 1954.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love the design. It was the original, but not quite there in my top 5
Mhm.
because I got others for my top 5. But other than that, it was a good design, especially how they just made him look like a radioactive iguanodon, pretty much.
Right.
So, but yeah, 1954 is my number 8.
Okay. See, oh, look, the OG will always be somewhere in a place of our hearts, some kind of way. That's just how it works. Now, this is going to surprise you guys, maybe, but I know it's going to surprise whoever's watching. My number 8 design, and believe it or not, it's coming out of the 70s, late 70s, but this is going to hit you, and trust me, I don't give a damn what anyone says. This is one of my favorites at number 8, which is the Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay, I'm sorry. Look, maybe because it's a
From the
childhood favorite, maybe of mine.
30 stories high.
Yes, exactly. Breathe and fire. You know,
And
Guns in the sky.
and I just want to say, I love how we just picked the most obscure 70s designs from the comic books to a jigsaw and then to the Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
right. You know, and like I say, I mean, it's really, believe it or not, it's not a bad show. It's actually pretty cool show. You know, it does a lot of what you see in a cartoon. You know, he does the battles very well. You know, and everything. And of course, that roar is like, we know it's humanistic. You know, you know. And the fact that he has lasers is like, okay, that's a little much, but you know, again, it's fantasy, so you know, give the kids what they want. You know, but yeah, that's I say it's because I was trying to like, do I actually want this on my list? It's like, no, I do want this on my list because he is part of my childhood, and like I say, one for him, it lets me know it's like, what can you not do to design Godzilla? You know, so my Hanna-Barbera version of Godzilla is my number 8. So.
I thought you were going to say something else there, Jedi, because I remember a stream you and I had a while ago. It's like, wait a minute, 70s? What do you mean 70s? You're going to name somebody like you threw me a curveball there. Okay, I see what you did there. Okay.
Right.
The game is still afoot. I see what's going on here. I see what's going on.
Well,
Okay.
look, yes, you have to remind yourself, like, I am. How can I say, I'm the prime of you guys, you know, so I'm up there, so a lot of things are very seasoned for me, so yeah.
I smell what you're cooking now. Okay, I got you.
There you go. All right, well, see, we're on the ball now. We on to number 7, and I feel number 7 is a little bit more close because we're getting closer. It's a little bit more of a challenge because we got the first 3 out of the way. Let's see what number 7 goes. So again, Matt, starting with you. What's your number 7, sir?
Make this short and sweet. Burning Godzilla. Burning Godzilla is the end of the Heisei series for that Godzilla. And it is a Godzilla that is loved by the fandom. I loved it since the first time I saw it. And it is a form that is being not really copied, but homaged by the MonsterVerse. Toho is using it to this day as well with the short film with the Millennium Godzilla not too long ago. It's used in video games and other forms of media, comic books. It's a great design, great, not really power up, but it's a great transformation. And it's just a great image to see. It's a great, great way to look for Godzilla. It sucks what happens to him at the end of it, but I just love this version of Godzilla. So, but yeah, Burning Godzilla. That's my number 7.
Okay. Well, Anthony, hit us up. What's your number 7 Godzilla design?
You're muted.
Oh,
Burning Godzilla, and I couldn't have said it better myself, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Hey, see, look. Some people may. I mean, I'll put it like this: some people may not give Burning Godzilla a lot of love, but there's a lot, as Matt said it. There's a lot of fandom for him, and more than you might know, because he is not because he's the last of the Heisei Godzilla designs, but he's just something tragic, but something triumphant at the same time, And I feel that that's the reason why his existence will never die. It can keep on rolling, as the saying goes. So, Professor, with that being said, what is your number 7?
My number 7, I think it would have to be the see for number 7. I'd say it would have to be the Heisei Godzilla, namely from 92 to 94. It's pretty much mostly the same, albeit they did definitely change the head sculpt of the of the suit. But I really do appreciate the big bulkiness and also the look of the spines, especially the length of the tail, and also Ken Satsuma's performance throughout the 90s Heisei movies. Yep, awesome one, Anthony. Yeah, he gave a really good physical performance as well. Now, I put this at number 7 because although it's been 92, because in 1994, that is when the suit started to show signs of wear and tear. Like, for instance, the tail drops off in one scene, and even some of the parts indicate explosives even show bits of the suit, namely on the chest, falling off. It was a blink and you'll miss it thing, but I do remember seeing it the last time I saw Space Godzilla on DVD. But yeah, overall, just really do love the design, like a brick shithouse.
There's
Really
the
does
one
make it physically
shot where
strong.
you can tell they had to patch the finger, and the one finger is like 3 times thicker than the other fingers. So, I guess he must have slammed it on a car door.
Oh yeah.
See, that's good to know that you guys can catch those little nuances in the films, because I know I've seen many. Like I say, a good example of the in Gaigan, where you literally see pieces of the suit like falling off or hanging,
melting off. Yeah,
like, dude, it's like that's you. How can you not catch that? It's so obvious. So it's like it's knowing that you see that. It's like, see, I wouldn't have known those little details. But
wear and tear.
Cool. Wear and tear. Okay, well, Jake, what's your number 7, sir?
Well, my number 7 is a tie.
Okay.
And it's going to be from the Millennium, GMK, and Final Wars Godzilla.
Well, I got the GMK here, but yes.
So those two are tied at number 7. It took me a while because I enjoyed the film for GMK. Wasn't a fan of the Godzilla suit at first, but then it started to grow on me because it was weird when it showed the side view of Godzilla's face. His jaw was a little more stuck out in a way, and he looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, hunched over in a way. But I started, as more times that I've watched the film, I learned to respect the suit more, and I enjoyed it. And Final Wars, I love the slickness of it, the kind of like he did a bodybuilding. Yeah, athlete, jumping on Angus's head and doing a little pose
right
in air while Rodan and King Caesar heads collide. All in all, those two are at number 7.
Okay, cool. Well, for me, my number 7 goes back, and it's kind of weird because I would think this would be, and this is like one of the Showa era Godzilla designs that talk about the most. But then again, just because people talk about it don't necessarily mean it's going to be your favorite, but it has a love in my heart for it. And that's the 64 Godzilla, or at least the one from Mothra versus Godzilla, to be exact, because we see that this is the same suit that will be used in Ghidorah, but just a different kind of head design, slightly a little bit. But the design for Mothra versus Godzilla really ranks up there the most because it's more, how can I say, more, just something different about it. It's just really like that ferocity of Godzilla that you really feel that it's captured in this moment. And you see how he's the villain in this picture, and he's somebody that's like, he's an unstoppable force, like we've seen previously with, the original 54 up until 62. But here it's like, and I have to say, Nakajima, sorry I didn't never get to meet him, he really does a great acting momentum here with his hands, how he, has them like this, and it's like, yes, I'm going to focus on what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to do, and to me, that's why he's the number one 7 design that I like of Godzilla. So, but anyway, on to number 6, and we're close to the halfway run, but we're not there yet. So, Jake, what is your number 6, sir, design?
My number 6 design is going to be the. Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze there for a minute.
Okay.
My number 6 design is the suit that they used for, oddly enough, what you have in the background for Megalon and Mechagodzilla and Terror Mechagodzilla, just modified. It's that Godzilla suit right there. I was a fan of it. I love how you get the infamous Godzilla drop kick from Megalon. He becomes a Magneto in Godzilla.
Yep.
And then he becomes the hero of all children in Terror Mechagodzilla and battling Titanosaurus. So that is my number 6.
Okay, cool. Well, Professor, what's your number 6, sir?
All right, my number 6. This is from 1989. It is the Bio Goji from Godzilla vs. Biollante.
Okay.
Now, I like this design because this is really the precursor to the predominant Heisei era design. This one is more of a upright standing traditional Godzilla before he became a brick shithouse in the later entries. But I really do love the way they got the spines designed, especially the shape of the head, how it's more animalistic and even carries a sense of ferocity at times. But also the overall posture and even the stature of the body is just perfect in my opinion. But yeah, the spines definitely. Like for instance, when Godzilla's about to blast Biollante in her rose form with his atomic breath, you just see the spines light up. You actually see the hollowness on the edge of the spines glowing. Yes, Matt, exactly like that.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah. Also love the blue tinge and hue on it as well.
That's so badass. Yes.
And presto.
Very good point.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Well, Anthony, what's your number 6? I mean, number 6. I'm going to say number 6. Number 6.
Number 6. Hold on a minute. Number 6 is a tie. Godzilla against Mechagodzilla and Godzilla Tokyo SOS.
Okay.
I really I wasn't a fan of the colors of 2000 and Mechagearus, so I like that this brought it back to traditional colors. And the fact that in Tokyo SOS they retained the battle damage he took in the previous movie and gave him a scar, which that really stands out because you don't ever see Godzilla retain battle damage. So yeah, number 6 is the Tokyo against Mechagodzilla Tokyo SOS tie.
Okay, nice. Well, Matt, what's your number 6, sir?
My number 6 is Final Goji from Godzilla Final Wars.
Okay.
Okay. The reason why it feels like a blend of the Heisei, the Showa, and the Millennium all mixed together. It feels like now the movie overall kind of
Questionable.
a letdown for me for the most part because the aliens and with the humans become like mutants. They're all like bouncing around like it's a Power Rangers thing, and with the Matrix, that got on my nerves. It's like no. Don Fry was the best part about that movie besides Godzilla. When Godzilla showed up, saved the movie. Okay.
Mhm.
But then when he's fighting, it's just so awesome. Like everybody else said before, his body slamming everyone, pouncing off Anger's head, doing the fight pose. And then he does the final fight with Monster X, one-shotting Gigan. Yeah. And then unlocking his uranium fire at the end with the help of Atragon fighting Kaiser Ghidorah. Kaiser Ghidorah was an okay design. I wish they would have gone with something like Grand King Ghidorah from the Mothra trilogy, but we got Kaiser Ghidorah. It was all right. But for as far as design and overall acting of the monster, I have to go with Final Goji as my number 6.
Okay. Cool.
I also want to add how I just loved how he just yeeted Killmonger. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Not even 5 minutes into a fight, and then just immediately dispatched Kamakuris at the end of the montage. It's like, oh no, you don't. And he just throws him onto a power line and just runs him through on the power line.
And
I swear that I'm going to say with that Godzilla and how he just kept crushing all the enemies, that montage really should have been played to Goldberg's theme.
I still love he defeated Zilla so quickly, and the villain's like, da. I knew that tuna head wasn't much. Next.
But also, speaking of music, that has got to be one of the best Godzilla themes besides his normal Godzilla march. I just love that, especially like the epic choir. It sounds like, and then just like da 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 da, and then like when he's like bursting out of the ice for the first time, and then just like he's like stalking throughout like the woods. Everybody's about to fight Kumanga, and he's just like taking everybody out while that music is playing. It's just what the kids say nowadays. Yeah, that's hype. Yeah, that's hype. So yeah. So, okay, I'm done.
No, you.
Keith Emerson is the composer's name.
Well, you did a great job.
You did. No, I have to say. No, I have to say too. I mean, when he does dispatch Zilla, it's like they start kicking in that rock. They take everything that you. I was like, dude. I mean,
That was the first Godzilla movie to be composed by a Western composer.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I thought it was a coincidence, but I thought it was. In fact, I thought it was what you call a recomposition as far as the original, but I didn't realize it was the actual composer for the actual film. But now I know. Okay. Well, my number 6, Godzilla design, and it's like I say, it's another OG. And to me, I don't know why this one really is more. I don't know why it seems like it's more of a design than the 64, but it's the 65, 66 Godzilla design, which is from when we first see in Invasion of Astro Monster and later in Ever of the Horror of the Deep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just something about it, I guess, because the design is more fluid. And when I say fluid, I mean, you can see it's kind of baggy in some places, but it's more fluid. And I figured it gave Nakajima a little bit more, ferocity in terms of his performance. And it's just something that's body, I mean, especially when you see it not in Invasion of Astro Monster, but in Ebera, where he does the leap of faith moment off the Iron Cliff, and jumps in the water. And I think that's like the best jump ever seen in a kaiju film, in my opinion. You know, but it's just something about this design that really stands out among other, you know, kaiju Godzilla designs, in my opinion. You know, but that's my number 6.
Real quick. In 1995, I think it was, because they're still working on the Mothra movie. Godzilla won the MTV Music Lifetime Achievement Award.
I remember that. Yes.
And they played Whitney Houston's One Moment in Time.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're playing it, they kept on showing him jump off the cliff and go into the water to that. And every time now I watch that movie, all I hear is Whitney Houston playing whenever he does that. I don't hear the music. I don't hear the alarm playing. All I hear is Whitney Houston playing. It's it's just a little fun thing. Yeah, just a little throw into there. Just for a little fun.
So that's cemented in your head forever, as the saying goes.
Yeah. And also Patrick Stewart presented him with the award. I thought that was really funny.
Go ahead.
No, it's funny that you mention that, because when I see that scene in Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster now, I just think of Matt Smith's 11th Doctor from Doctor Who saying Geronimo when Godzilla just jumps into the sea.
Yeah, there you go.
That's kind of it's hilarious, but at the same time, it's like, you know how effective that scene is when you have a song or some soundbite stuck in your brain. It's like, that's what it's referencing, you know. It's like, yeah, that's just how it is. So, but hey, we're at the top 5 now, and this is where it's all for the marbles now. So you better definitely have your sharpshooters ready for this one now, because we're about to get into it. So let's get ready for it. So again, Jake, I'm going to start with you. Give me your number 5, sir, because you can't go back now. All the guns loaded. No turning back. Yeah.
Be like Batista.
There you go.
So at number 5 is the Cybot Godzilla from 1985, aka 1984, Return of Godzilla. Cool. I love that design and how tall that animatronic was. I mean, that animatronic was, if I read correctly, 18 feet tall.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I got that as well. The X Plus Cybot.
Oh, yeah.
I just love that design. I mean, the 1984 other suit was pretty decent, but I love the Cybot one because it looked more menacing.
Mm-hmm.
It's you can tell that's, you know, they put a lot of money, and it's like I can say, it's the early '80s. You can think they had as much, but it's like they put a lot of money into that film, you know, just to build an animatronic that size for that. It's like, dude, I was like, oh my god.
And all the close-ups, especially when he's roaring, it's like,
yeah. But I love that. I mean,
especially with like the head shaking and the gums curling upwards. You just see those massive teeth with that low-angled shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now again, not to you know, break his spirit here, Professor. I did get to see Godzilla 85 in the theater, and I'll just say it was an experience for me, because even though, and this shows how much effectiveness the film is, because even though it wasn't the greatest, I enjoyed Godzilla's performance in the film. It led me to 84 Godzilla, and it made me realize how better of a film that is. So, you know, not him drinking Dr. Pepper or anything like that. It's like, we enjoy this film for what it is, you know, and I love it for that. You know? So that's a good thing. So, Professor.
Yep.
Number 5, sir.
At number 5, this one comes back from the United States, but it's one we never did get to see. And from special effects legend Stan Winston, it is the 1994 John DeBont Godzilla.
Yes. See.
Now, what I love about this design is it keeps so much of the core elements of Godzilla intact while doing its own unique twist on the design. How it's more animalistic, and not only that, but specifically more crocodilian, with the tail looking more like a paddle. You have the underbelly bit from yellow to a moss green skin on the back, and especially the snout as well. It just looks very crocodilian in nature, as you can see on there. Yeah. This is another design that I wish we could have got to see on screen, whether it be in CGI or as a suit or even as a animatronic effect. But the models and maquettes that we actually have photos of, it just shows what could have been, and what could have been just looks amazing to me.
Right. And that's what's all boils down to, knowing that it you had something, you had a genie in the bottle, but you wouldn't have let it loose. I don't get that.
And with Stan Winston at the helm, this would have been groundbreaking. That's all I have to say.
Right. And before we go any further, I got some comments here. This is kind of funny. This is my little nephew. What's up, little Javante?
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
Yes, and he says, "Yo, okay." He's only 11, but he's a very smart individual. I gotta say, very smart. And Kevin says, yes. Rest in peace, Mr. Winston, because you had such a great hand on things, but unfortunately, Hollywood. Oh well, what can I say? They're dopes. Let's put it that way. But anyway.
Dope.
Yeah, right. I always say dope. Okay, but Anthony, what's your number 5 Godzilla design?
Number 5, that's a tie between the 89 and the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, Heisei Godzilla.
Hold up a second. Hold up. Keep that up there. Yeah, there we go. Yes.
I just love everything they did with the design, the proportions, how muscular he looks, the ferocity in the face, and the fact that there's scenes in the film, the way the suit's designed, it looks like the muscles are rippling. So number 5, tie between 89 and Godzilla versus King Ghidorah.
Okay, cool. All right, Matt. Well, give me your number 5, sir.
The number 5 is the second Godzilla film I've ever seen, and it is the 67 Godzilla from Son of Godzilla. I love the story. Yes, Godzilla is not the most visually pleasing. I don't care. He's, a single parent in the film and taking care of his kid on a tropical island, fighting a giant spider and giant bugs. The human characters are fun and interesting, dealing with incredibly terrible heat. I live in Florida. I know what that's like. It's a fun story, fun Godzilla. And it's a heartwarming ending as well. Plus, I saw it when I was a really, really little kid, so it's got a warm place in my heart. So, 67 Godzilla. That's my number 5.
Okay, nice. Well, for me, like I say, this is still old school stuff, but I will touch on some newer ones. But my number 5 is the 68 through 72 Godzilla design, which was first shown in Destroy All Monsters, and of course would last up until Godzilla versus Gigan, which would be, we all know, Nakajima's last Godzilla performance, sadly. And like I say, it's something about this particular design that's kind of humanistic a little bit in my mind. It's still got something ferocious about it, but at the same time, it's a simplicity about it. I can't really describe it. It's just something about it that stands out, and you can say, look, they used it in four films, so it's like. Naturally, it's a well-designed thing. Although, as I mentioned before, you see in Gigan the pieces, it's pretty much falling apart. You
Yeah.
know. So there you go. That's my number 5 there.
Oh,
All right.
and they
Go
did use the 67 suit as for the water scenes, though.
Yes,
So,
they
yeah.
did. That's
So to
true.
tie things together.
And isn't it interesting that the 65, 66 costume is like, I don't know. I mean, it's totally gone now, but it was way, like I say, tougher than some people give it credit for.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh,
but
yeah.
anyway. But number 4, okay. So Matt, we ended with you. We're going to start with you again. What
Okay.
is your number 5? I mean,
Number 4.
stop. Hold up. Number 4.
Number 4. I decided to flip these because of the importance of these films to me. I'm going to go with Godzilla 2019. Okay. I absolutely love Godzilla King of the Monsters. For the longest time, it was my favorite Godzilla film to watch. It has fallen from that, but not too far has it fallen from it. But I love the design of Godzilla. I love the way he acts in the film. That's why I wanted him to act in Godzilla 2014. But for reasons, they have him acting a different way, but that's fine. Whatever it is, what it is. This Godzilla is awesome. I love the design. I love the effects that went into the way how he looks, the ferocity that he has, the fight that he has with Ghidorah. That film is absolutely amazing. In my opinion, that is the best MonsterVerse film. All other MonsterVerse films, besides Kong Skull Island, those are the top 2. All the other MonsterVerse films are like up to its chest. The King of Monsters is heads above everything else. Now we'll see what Supernova has to have come out, but I'm still thinking King of the Monsters is going to be better. Now that's my opinion, but we'll see what happens in the future. But yeah, I know Godzilla vs. Kong was fun, but I still think Godzilla King of the Monsters is better. And for designs, that's what Godzilla for the Legendary Verse. That's what I think of. So yeah, that's my number 4.
And I always say, stick to your guns, because some people go like, you like that? It's like, stick to your guns. It's like, if they like it, let them like it. Okay, piss off. So, but anyway, number 4 for you, Anthony.
Mutation.
Is it? Oh, that's what I say. Yeah, mute. Yeah.
Same thing, King of the Monsters. Up until recently, it was, well, fairly recently, it was my favorite modern Godzilla design. It took everything great about the design from 2014 and just improved on it. Little touches like the designs in the spines when they light up, how much more personality they gave him, and again, just how he looked. And can I not brag enough about the shot, how he looked when he's walking into Boston Harbor with a full naval escort. That is just it's the definitive look of Godzilla in the Millennium series, and I don't know why they had to keep messing with it after they achieved perfection.
Don't fix what ain't broke.
That they right, exactly. I think even Kevin said it earlier. Someone said it earlier. It's like, don't fix what you know what I'm trying to say. Or at least I think I know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, Professor, what's your number 4?
All right, my number 4. My number 4. At
Number
4.
four.
With the this one is actually a tie. It's a tie with the Motu Goji from 1964's Mothra vs. Godzilla, because I just love I love the arrangement of the spines, and of course the posture and the look in the face. So it's got that menacing, very angry expression, especially in the scene where Godzilla is just breaking open the greenhouse as Mothra's egg. The camera just have that low-angled shot where his eye is just literally.
Yes,
yeah. And the other one that this is tied with is the 84 suit from The Return of Godzilla, aka Godzilla 1985. Now, for a reboot, this has to be one of the best designs for a direct sequel to the original, in my opinion. It harkens back to the elements from the first Godzilla, like the four toes, the small ears, and the back of the head. But I also like how they changed the dorsal plates so the bigger ones are more toward the lower portion of the body. Because in the back, it was always the bigger ones that are more or less up toward the top, like on the 54 here. See that arrangement?
Hold on, let me put it back up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
But I
right.
also loved in about the 84 design was the look of the face. Although yes, the eyes were a bit outlined in some shots, but overall the menace in that face was there. Like when he's walking through Tokyo Harbor as he blasts apart the entire dock with just one sweep of
Sweet.
the
I love
atomic
that shot.
breath. Yeah. And then when he picks up the train and he's walking through the streets, and you just have that reflection of him from the side before he crosses into the camera. That's just perfect. Perfect cinematography, perfect suit design, perfect 80s Godzilla.
Okay. And Kevin says he's very entertained. Are you not entertained? Okay, Kevin.
That's awesome.
Yes. All right. Well, Jake, what's your number 4, sir?
My number 4 is Godzilla Evolved from Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. I really loved that design. I love how they made it look like a combination of the original and blended in with the Millennium design in certain aspects. But yeah, I just really loved the design, and I loved how he breathed out the kind of magenta breath in a way. So I love the design.
Well, this is gonna be a new one because you and I share the same number 4. It is the Evolve Godzilla. I mean, I'm kind of like you. I mean, it's just something. It's and and funny thing is now. Okay, now it's true enough. In King of the Monsters, he got jacked up. But for some reason he looks more, like athletic, but at the same time very ferocious, and he's just like, there's no stopping me now, because all eyes on me. I'm about to wreck shit, and just something about that, But no, number 4 is the Evolved Godzilla from Godzilla X Kong. So yeah,
The one thing I do like about the design, the very slim, sucked in gut, I'm not a fan of, but the one thing I am a fan of is how the spines are very much, especially with the purple, how it harkens back to the Millennium Goji.
yeah.
Sometimes.
It is. It's like I say. I think they were trying to play on little bits of past in whatever that was done before, and kind of add just a little nuances to that, but at the same time make it its own. But it's like not everyone's gonna like it, But for some reason, me particularly, I like the design. I just do, So that is number 4. So now, number 3. We're at number 3, and we're getting down to the boogie woogie here, sirs. So let's do our boogie woogie dance. I see. Let's do our thing here by starting with Matt and giving us your number 3, sir.
My number 3 is the very first Godzilla film I've ever seen. Is from the 85 film Godzilla 1985 / Godzilla 1984.
Nice.
Now I am picking the suit. Now I do like the Cybot. Don't get me wrong. I really do like the Cybot. However, the suit just looks so massive and so powerful. Which actually, while making I was going to make a video to go along with my picks. Well, actually, I was doing a little research as well. The 84 suit is actually the heaviest suit created for any Godzilla suit in the production of any Godzilla suit. So yeah, I thought that was fun. But I think it looks absolutely ferocious. I love the roar that they gave it. It's harking back to the 54 Godzilla, and it just Looks absolutely menacing, just absolutely awesome, and absolutely love. Did I say 3?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Kevin said 3. And this
yep.
is 3. Yeah.
And just love it, absolutely love it. Now, no disrespect to the Cybot again, but love the 84/85 suit. So that's me.
Oh, I would never thought. I mean, truth be told, because this is the 80s. This is like literally 30 years later when the original one came out. That's when things were a lot bulkier, more heavier, and they didn't have the particular, like I say, as I say, excuse me, they didn't have the materials that were lighter back then, and that stuff was heavy as hell back then. But you're saying that this one is actually the heaviest of the Godzilla suits. I was like, wow.
Yes.
I would have never thought that. I thought that would be lighter than that.
Now, on paper, that sounds cool, but in practice, now that I'm saying it out loud, that's actually not really the best of things. Because imagine Kenpachiro Satsuma. I met Kenpachiro Satsuma, awesome dude. I was quite larger than him, like height-wise. So imagining this suit on him.
Yes.
I don't even want to imagine, because this suit, from what I understand, was 200 plus pounds. So for him to have to wear it and to try to move this thing around, you'd have to be like Olympic level strength to actually move this thing around. It's like to cause people to have to really the suit creators to really rethink things in the future. It's an awesome suit, but it's like I've watched the making of Godzilla 1984 as well, and like the movements of him. Stomp, 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 stomp. And that was just him in like a gymnasium. It's like it sounded like a real like monster moving throughout the actual place. Well, it's just a lot. Just all right, I'm done.
And but just to add on before I go to Anthony, I just want to add on. Yes, I've met Mr. Sasumi, too, and yes, he's short in stature, compared to us. I mean, it's like I'm thinking someone a little tall, but it's like, dude, he's kind of short individual. But if you've seen before he passed away, sadly, when you've seen some of the exercise videos where he's dealing with the samurai sword and everything, he's kind of muscular in certain areas, in the chest. So I feel that was the thing that honed in him strength wise to carry that weight of that suit. Yeah, it's like because like Nakajima before, he had to be kind of bulky in order kind of athletic to carry that weight, because even I'm thinking like for a man that size, like, dude, you got all that weight on you. How you not passing out? But he's even said in interviews, like when you're in the suit, it's like a sauna. And God bless him, because like I say, got to meet him in person. He's such an eccentric individual, but I love him for it because he reminded me of my late uncle. He's just that kind of individual, So I wanted to put that out there, and realize like if it wasn't for his performance, we wouldn't get the, what we got today. So thank God for them, thank for their sacrifice. So anyway, but Anthony, you're number 3, sir.
Number 3, I said in my number 4 that for a while that was my definitive modern Godzilla design. But then along came a little movie you might have heard of called Godzilla -1. And that design just completely nailed a just ferocious, destructive force of nature. The personality they still gave him without being over the top, the anger and the aggression you saw. That design is just amazing. I can't say a single bad thing about it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
See. And Matt's got a hold up a second.
Yeah. Oh, that's the atomic breath version.
Hold up. Let me put that up there. Yes, that's dude. The design of that is such a like, oof, just puts chills in your bones when you see it.
Especially seeing it on the big screen at the Big Wick.
Yes, seeing it. Yes, with other G fans, it was quite a delight. I have to say, very much so. Well, Number 3 for you, Professor?
Right, my number 3 from 2001. It's the GMK Goji.
Ah, yes. I'm
Now, now because of how this one looks soulless, how he almost looks possessed like a demon, I like to think of this one as Godzilla's equivalent as the Grim Reaper in this
yeah,
movie.
I can see
And
that.
again, now although this is the biggest of the Millennium designs by far, what I really do love about it is the overall design, like with the spines, how they harken back to the original, yet they've got this huge proportion and distortion going on in there. That when you see the face from right on, this could be nightmare inducing. It's like these blank white pupils staring right into your soul just moments before you're destroyed. Yep, Matt's got a good one down there.
Oh God, hold up.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah. Also love the head sculpt and the musculature in the arms as well, especially the fangs going on at the front of the jaw.
Like I say, Matt's got all the toys here. It's like goodness
Yeah.
I
gracious.
got most of them.
Good
Yeah.
Lord. Yeah, that's what I say. That's why I say I love that design. It's
Yeah.
But yeah,
very ferocious.
the Grim Reaper sits at number 3. It's in one of my top 5s. And
Wow.
also the atomic breath scene.
Which
That
one?
First one. The first one where it ends in just a mushroom cloud. As for
Mhm.
some people, they may think that's funny, but when you look at it in context, because just when Godzilla rises out of the bay and he's attacking mainland Japan for the first time, you see that poster of the Lucky Dragon 5 in the background of one of the offices, and then you see the mushroom cloud a little bit later on. It's like, Jesus, the past has literally returned to haunt the present.
So
But yeah,
okay.
Grim Reaper, number 3.
Well, what is yours, Jake? Number 3 wise.
My number 3 is the Burning Godzilla from Godzilla versus Destroyer. I really love that. I always get emotional at the very end of the film. I love the red atomic breath, or the red and orange atomic breath. The mix of colors. I love the design. It was definitely a powerful breath. It, like I said, brought me to tears at the end. And like Matt has right there, is that the Ishibancho?
Nope, this is the X Plus. Yuji Sakai.
Hold up. See.
Yeah.
Yeah, just love the design.
I don't want to talk about the Ichibanzo.
What I was going to say is that okay, but was that the one that's not painted on? That's actually something that's actually made out of the resin and everything. I'm assuming.
No, it's painted on. It looks like a 5-year-old with a Crayola paint did it real quick at the last second, and then they just shipped it out, and I paid too much for it. So now I want to take a thing of paint thinner and rub it off. Okay, fine. We'll look at it.
Okay.
Come here.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Seeing it. Yeah. Hold on.
Just
Yes.
Just,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, the other one is like this one seems
Wow.
more.
Just slob. Come on.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Thank you. I paid for it. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. I paid for it.
I feel distressed. Don't,
I know you are. I know.
Okay. well, I won't. I'll make this one really quick, because I don't want you to suffer too much. Like Jake, number 3 for me, was it Jake? No, it wasn't Jake. It was who said? No, it was Anthony. I'm sorry. See. Oh boy, this is what happens when you get old. No, Anthony mentioned that -1 was 3, and that's my number 3 also. And I would never think that that film would be at the top at anything, but amazingly, it does give good vibe because it's a well-made design, but it's kind of harking a little bit of the old to create the new because it's taken back during the time of before the original Godzilla would come out, and it's like, wow, here we are with this, it's a brilliant design. I won't waste too much time on it, but it's brilliant design, and I feel like it deserves more love for what it is, and whatever minus zero gives us, it's gonna be touch and go because I can guarantee you, it's if it's not what it's supposed to be bringing to the table, well, I'm gonna be disappointed, But then again, sequels are a dime a dozen, but we'll leave that alone. We'll just leave that alone. So, but anyway, number 2. How many more? Wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking at something. It's something was like, oh, wait a minute. He's there. He's there. Why is he not? It's like, no, I'm losing it. I'm just so excited.
You just can't hide it.
Yeah. Wow. There you go. Very good. Very good. All right. Number 2. 2 more, and we're done. But after that, I don't know what we're going to bring to the table again. So, number 2. It's going to be bittersweet. Matt, what do you have?
Throw that picture back up there. It's Godzilla -1.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
Yep. Godzilla -1 is currently my favorite Godzilla film to watch. It is a fantastic film. Side thing to say, you can remove Godzilla from this film, and it's a fantastic film on its own. Now,
Sure.
Let's put Godzilla back in the film because it is a Godzilla film. I saw this movie 3 times in theaters. It's absolutely fantastic. I saw in the Japanese, original language. It's absolutely amazing film. Okay. The opening, the middle, the end, all of it. Okay. I absolutely look forward to Godzilla -0. Absolutely, it's amazing. I watched it on Netflix. I watched the English dub. It's absolutely fun to watch. I showed it to my dad, who hasn't watched a Godzilla film since the '98 film in the theaters with me. He absolutely loved Godzilla -1. Okay. The other day ago, I watched Godzilla -Color. It's a fun film. All right. It harkens back to the original Gojira. This is an excellent film. This film has won an award. It deserves more awards. Hint, hint. Okay.
Very big hint.
Okay. So when it comes time for that season again, hint, hint, award season, hint, hint, just saying. Okay. So yes, Godzilla -1, excellent film. Watch it. And this design is absolutely amazing. The roar, the stance, the music, all of it's outstanding. Mwah. Go watch it. Go live it. Godzilla -1.
It was the best movie of the year it came out. Fight me.
Yes. Fight us all. Okay.
I agree.
Yes. And I'm not going to go
Seriously.
into that rant anymore because, like I say, I've got kind of not so much burnt, but I got criticized for what I said. But it's like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I mean, it's like that's how I feel about it. I feel this movie deserved the kudos that it deserved.
Damn straight.
But anyway, Anthony, what's your number 2, sir?
1964's Godzilla from Mothra versus Godzilla. I thought this was the definitive Showa design. I love what they did with it's the film where it feels like they perfected having one of these suits where an actor can move around in it more freely. The great ferocious looking face, the way they use the eyes, especially the scenes where the light catches the eyes. I can't say enough good things about this Godzilla design, and there's only one design I like better than that, and we'll get to that in a few minutes.
Yes, we will get to that because I know I'm itching with mine, but you'll probably figure out what it is already. Number 2 for you, Mr. Professor, sir.
All right, number 2 the 1955 Goji from Godzilla Raids Again.
Yes, thank you, Professor. You're getting a big old handshake the moment I see you.
Yes.
Thank you.
See.
Yeah. Now, something I find interesting about this is that the original suit was a charcoal grey. This one, at least according to this Gashapon, is more of a dark brown, which is interesting because a lot of publicity often shows Godzilla as either a green or a black, but we never really saw him in a brownish wash before. So that's an interesting one.
I've seen some X Plus figures released where he was green, and one release of the 54 where he was green, one where he was charcoal gray, and one where he was brown. There were 3 different ideas they had for it. So there is precedent for it. So there's no real definitive version because the film was released in black and white, so it is open to interpretation. So
That's true.
it just is what it is. No,
That's
it's just
true.
released.
Yeah. And what I love about this suit design is not only is it slimmed down a lot from the original, but they've also given the spines a nice redesign as well. These are probably my favorite spine arrangements and designs from the Showa era, and also the face as well. It's a lot more angular, a lot more tapered to the front, and when you look at it from the front in the movie, it actually looks, in my opinion, a bit more horrifying, more vampire-esque than the 1954
Yes,
film.
I can see that.
Especially when he's breaking out of the ice toward the finale, and he's just looking like, and you just have those eyes just staring at the soldiers. It's really effective. And I really do like the stance that Godzilla has in this movie, where he's more like a boxer, where it's like he's in the boxing ring with Anguirus. He's like, right, gloves are off, come at me, bitch. I'm waiting.
You know what?
Come on.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
He's good.
Yeah.
Well, we got Matt. I know you got something here.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. Yeah.
But yeah. Number 2.
And with that being said, do you feel that for that film when they actually are fighting, because we know about the whole snafu of someone set the camera speeds wrong? Do you feel that seeing them going at it like hyperactive speed, do you think it detracted you from that film, or it's just like it just hyped you up more?
Yeah. I would say at first, the first time I saw it, it detracted a little bit, but after watching it again, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Say.
Yeah. Love that stance. Love that. Love that stance. Love the face going on there. Yeah, the first time watching the fight scenes, I admit the first time watching it, it was a little bit jarring. But after repeat viewing, it kind of was like, no, I don't mind it as such. But it's also interesting knowing that the way that they actually show 2 kaiju fighting, it's not like this big battle of the century or this hero versus villain type fight you would see in like King Kong versus Godzilla or Godzilla versus Megalon. The fighting in Raids Again is more or less what you would expect from the animal world. Keep in mind that, and this is evidence from what could have been the volcano monsters before that was scrapped and was replaced with Gigantis. These 2 are basically exaggerated dinosaurs, so it would make sense for that particular kind of fighting, especially for the speed that they explain for Anguirus, saying that he has multiple brains throughout his head, allowing him to react fast. Knowing that bit of the lore, that makes sense to me, and to me it doesn't bother me as much because it's possible as an in-universe explanation. But yeah, the fight scene in this, brutal, fast, and despite the flaw of the camera work, it does look brilliant. But part of me does wonder what it would look like if they actually slowed the footage down, if they did like a re-edited version of that.
Because I thought about that too. It's like, and isn't it interesting that this is the only one, as you mentioned Megalon, isn't it weird that, okay, they're actually filming this at regular speed in that film, but it's like, it seems more hyperactive in Raids Again. And it's kind of like, why is it that? It's like, seem like Megalon and, the other ones would be more, like seem like they would be more, jarring. But it's like, no, this one is actually at the top. Maybe because it's the first time we've seen huge, aquatic or anthropomorphic creatures do this.
Yeah.
And it's so, it's like they're fighting like human beings. Like, no, they shouldn't be like that, but you never know. I mean, it's some muscle memory that they actually able to move faster than what their size will allow them to. So it's like, who knows?
Yeah, that's right. And also, one last thing: when you see Godzilla in shadow in his silhouette when he comes ashore in Osaka before he destroys the lighthouse, that silhouette alone, that's terrifying.
Yes,
I have to say.
Very so. And again, Kevin is saying, yes, exactly. Love what you love. Don't let nobody deter you from that. So, Jake, number 2, sir, you better give me something good.
Well, this one's a tie.
Oh, cool. Let's see. That's what I'm talking about.
And this one is the Millennium Godzilla from 2000 and Mega Gearus, and the 2002-2003 Godzilla from against Mecha Godzilla and Tokyo SOS.
Cool.
I love those designs because they almost mirrored one another, and I definitely love the scar that they did for the Tokyo SOS Godzilla after his big battle with Kiryu at the end of Against Mecha Godzilla. So that was a good aspect. And yeah, just love both of those designs. They're at my number 2.
Cool. All right. Well, Kevin's actually got his number 2 here because I think he showed it's is his favorite. So it's like, yeah.
Number 2, nice.
And
that's awesome.
But that's good. I mean, like I say, that's one thing about a toss of these designs. It's like it's the old. You think like the old versions, beat enough, but it's like no, these newer versions have some flavor that you incorporate into your lives and your mindset. It's like you like it, for that. So it's like, that's what matters. Now, for me, my number 2. And we kind of mentioned it. Someone mentioned it before, but it was my third Godzilla film that I ever watched, and it was King Kong versus Godzilla and the '62 Godzilla. I don't know what it is about this particular one, but it's just something. He seems like a wrestler in this version. I don't know why it is. He's just that kind of badass, I mean, true enough, the hit now from the side, he's got this very menacing kind of look. But it's funny when you see him up front. It's kind of like a iguana almost kind of a feel. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't take me out of the film. It's just like it's kind of funny how you can put something on something and it just kind of gives a different look when you look at it from a certain angle and everything, but still at the same time, it's something very ferocious about it, and I just love how the design sticks with me even to this day. And it's funny how you got all these other designs of him, and you think like, well, these ones outshadow the other ones more than this one. But for me, this is my number 2, and I feel like it's the reason why it is at my number 2 because it's just that memorable, Not many people talk about it, but I still feel it is worth the look, as the saying goes. So, with that being said, we are finally at one. Hoo-ha! Here we go.
Knowledge.
We're about to get into it, and we have 5 outstanding individuals, not including myself, 5 individuals who are going to give our number 1 design, their favorite one. So, Matt.
Okay. If I can just have a moment before I say my number 1.
Do it.
A certain suit is not on the list because I feel this suit is the mountain of Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
That is the suit from Gojira, the 1954 film. Okay, that suit is the one that started it all. That's why I never put it on any of my lists, because it's the one that started, therefore, it is the standard. Okay. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to some people. Okay.
Go ahead.
One, Haruo Nakajima. One, Kenpachiro Satsuma. May they rest in peace. Wonderful people. They helped bring alive, they not helped, they brought alive Godzilla to us. Also, like to shout out Sumo Kitagawa. Also, Shinji Takagi, Isao Zushi from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Mutsuo Yoshida from Godzilla Monsters All Out Attack GMK. So just a shout out to them, because without them, without the other, I can't name everybody. I don't know everybody who is involved with these films. Without all of them, and also, please don't be mad at me for butchering some of the names. Okay, I'm not Japanese. I don't know. Okay, but I tried. Okay, thank you very much for everyone who brought these monsters alive in these films and all the special effects. Thank you very much. Okay, we love you. Okay, so that being said, the 54 suit is the standard, so therefore it's always going to be beyond number one. But my number one Godzilla suit and portrayal of Godzilla is the 91 Godzilla from the film Godzilla versus King Ghidorah.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
I love the story that goes into him, where he is a dinosaur, the Godzillasaurus, which, that reminds me,
Oh,
I got you too.
okay, cool.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I love how they turned King Ghidorah into kind of like a man-made version of it, because people are upset that King Ghidorah is no longer a space monster. The idea that I like about rebooted franchises is that you do something different. If you're just giving me the same thing over and over again, what's the point of rebooting things? So I like the idea that King Ghidorah is a man-made thing. I like the idea that Mechagodzilla was reverse engineered from Mecha King Ghidorah. I like the idea that, of these things, that the Destroyer is made from the Oxygen Destroyer. So I like those ideas. So then when Godzilla then has to be reborn from modern day nuclear technology, stuff like that, and he comes back all big and badass like this. This is my favorite depiction of Godzilla. It's my favorite suit. He's a big badass as well. He's got the strongest atomic breath. Well, I don't know about strongest atomic breath, but he's a strong atomic breath. I love it when he comes and he fights in Hokkaido the first time. It's a very slow buildup of his music. The mooing intensifies. Yeah, I always remembered that from the subtitles. Mooing intensifies. We walks past the cows, which is really funny. They kept on bringing back Miki Sagusa. It's really fun all the time. So excellent design, excellent portrayal. Godzilla 91, my number one.
Cool. And we got a little something here from Kevin saying he wanted to thank you for this, Gojira. Yes, because like I say, you have to give it to the ones who brought it to light. And I believe that you did get to meet Nakajima-san, I'm assuming.
I met Kenpachiro Satsuma.
Okay, but you didn't meet Nakajima. I thought you had not met him.
Unfortunately not. I wasn't going to G-Fest at the time. I have seen pictures of everyone else in the groups and stuff that have met him, though. So,
Okay.
but yeah.
Yes. And we got somebody here, Asher, the awesome one. How you doing? Yes, you're number one, Burning Godzilla. Cool, man. Appreciate that. I like that, knowing that you give that to it. And Kevin says this, yes, the basic Heisei era Godzilla is my number one. All right. Yeah, see?
Yep.
And like I say, look, and that's kind of funny you bring out 91 Godzilla, because that's my favorite Heisei film of all time. And who's this? This is Colin Jones. Okay, what's up? Hello, how you doing, sir?
How are you doing?
You're somebody new, but welcome to the fam, bruh. Or girl. I don't know your gender. Hey, like I say, it doesn't matter to me. As long as you're a Godzilla fan, that's all that matters. So that's what matters to me the most. All right. Well, that was beautiful, Gojira. Thank you for that. That's brilliant, man. I love that. That's very heartwarming. And with that being said, Anthony, what's your number one, sir?
Well, if anyone knows me, this is no surprise, but my number one is Godzilla from Godzilla 1984. I just can't say enough good things about this design.
Okay.
And like one of my favorite features is how usually this dorsal spine here is the biggest one, but they changed it to this one here, which was just a nice shake up and gives him a very distinct silhouette. The
Yeah.
expression and ferocity in the face, even you can see anger in his eyes. So Godzilla from 1984/1985, the suit, always was and always will be my favorite design for Godzilla.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially on the expression when after he blasts a hole in the building, he has that really pissed off look when he sees the Super X just before he charges, like, get over here.
The shot after he knocks the building off on over on Super X,
Super X.
has that very just evil look on his face.
You know what? You bring that up, Anthony. It's like that. I know when I saw that in the theater, I'm like, dude, I was like, that is so hardcore for someone to do that. I mean, no matter what character you are, it's like you see the potential. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to stump on it. I'm just going to push this random big thing, and it's like, there you go. You're done for. It's like, dude, that is so hardcore.
Also, the fact that you can like see the veins in his eyes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I love the fire of the city is making like a red hue throughout the air. It looks like the mouth of hell is like at his base of his feet, and it's lighting the city as well with that anger in his eyes as well. It's like, chef's kiss.
Yeah, and that lighting, as well as the music score when he turns around after crushing Super X to the building, just makes that scene pure perfection.
I love that.
It was probably the best lit Godzilla movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Definitely.
And Professor Kevin says that.
Of course.
I mean, it just is.
Yeah. I mean, why fight it?
Yeah,
He's
don't
not
fight
wrong.
the temptation.
He's not wrong.
Yes, but with that being said, what is your favorite number one Godzilla design?
Before I go to number one, I have some honorable mentions. The last of the honorable mentions will be at the top because it's goated. Now, first honorable mention, we have the Burning Godzilla.
All right, got that. Yes, I see it.
Yep. Right, the next one afterwards, it's the King Goji from King Kong versus Godzilla.
Okay.
After that, it would be the Kiryu Goji from Godzilla against Mechagodzilla and Tokyo SOS. Then Shin Godzilla in its final form, so I like the zombie body horror look going on with the third form. That's because as a fan of horror as well, that's something I really do appreciate about Shin Godzilla. -1, the final form as well, that's also an honorable mention. But at the very top of the honorable mention, as I said, because it's the GOAT, 1954. Oh, there it is.
Of course.
Yeah. The original, the one that started it all, as Matt said, the first ever incarnation of the King of the Monsters, with its charred skin, expressionless eyes with a simple black pupil, the jagged spines, especially in the center, just awesome original classic design. But my number one.
Oh, that's not number. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right, but my number one, right? That's all of them. 54 is the GOAT, not just among honorable mentions, but in general. But my number one, from 1999, Godzilla 2000, from Godzilla 2000 Millennium.
Okay.
Now, what I love about this one is, for the third reboot of the franchise, this is a very unique but also drastically wild and very radical redesign on Godzilla. The dorsal spines, now we've all seen the traditional pattern from the Showa into the Heisei era. But what I love about the spines on the Millennium Goji is that they are deliberately erratic and non-symmetrical, like they're literally shaped like flames. That's what I really love about this, especially the little osteoderms going out along the back of the back, and also on the side of the legs and on the arms as well. I also love the facial expression, how it looks very ferocious, almost like a feline at times in the movie.
Yes.
And I also love the dark green color scheme on the skin. But I also do love this magenta, silver, and violet mix going on with the spines. These actually look awesome, in my opinion. It's also great that they gave him a fire-colored nuclear breath as opposed to blue, because if I saw this with blue atomic breath, I personally don't think it would work. I actually prefer the yellow atomic breath from the movie. But this is pure ferocity in Godzilla design, especially the final fight with Orga. Even at the start of the fight, when he's just literally slamming and bitch slapping Orga at the start of the fight. This is one of my favorite designs, and it's also probably one I'll always hold at the very top of my list to come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Professor, and even Kevin agrees with that. You know.
Yeah. Made brilliant. And also the sound design for the Millennium Goji.
Okay, cool. And Kevin also has a mention about this. As he said, he's not a big fan. It's okay. That's okay. It was something else. Hold up a second.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. Yeah, I do too. No, it was something where he says he's not a big fan of the Shin Godzilla design. I don't think a lot of people are, but it's still there, unfortunately.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and it looks
I
like
think so.
look,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For some reason, I'm the odd man out where I do not get all the love for the 2000 design.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Say. But what's his name? Yes.
But on that comment though, I do like Shin Godzilla only for, in terms of its design, only for the body horror and the gore going on in there. I'm not necessarily thinking of Marvel Zombies. No, I'm thinking of undead H.P. Lovecraft level abomination. That's what I see when I see Shin Godzilla.
Okay. And that's kind of what I look at. You know, I just think of it as something that's a new evolution, you know, for that particular creature. You know, but I mean, we would never. It was supposed to be a sequel to that film, but it didn't go nowhere because you see at the very no pun intended, the very tail end of it, something growing out the end of his tail, and it's like, okay, well, this is going to be a very fucked up moment, but we never got it, so we'll never know what it was like. So anyway,
yeah, sure.
Yes,
he does use his. Yes, Millennium Goji does use his spines as weapons in Mechagoras. Yes. Excellent shout out, Asher.
Mm-hmm. But Jake, you're number one, sir.
All right. Before I give my number one, you know, I got some honorable mentions. I definitely enjoyed the Heisei designs from 89 through 94. Definitely loved the Showa design from Destroy All Monsters through Gigan. So, but my number one is -0.
Okay.
-1.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, one.
Everybody say -0.
You got one already? Wow.
It's like you got it out already?
No, not yet.
Spoilers.
No, but
is that the 25 centimeter?
I think it's the 30 centimeter that I got. Ooh. I got the cheapest one, which I think was the 30. I think the 25 was more expensive.
Wow.
But yeah, this is my number one. I just was a big fan of this film. Loved the design. It was definitely menacing. Combination of 54, and I just love how they added the from the tail going up with the spikes, but I also love how they shot out and then did like a gun going back in. So that is my number one.
Okay. Well then, gentlemen, y'all all given me great thought process and what y'all like, and as far as designs and everything. And well, this is not going to be no surprise what my number one is, but that's only because
Zuki.
Yeah, Godzuki is my favorite. Okay,
of course it is.
Godzilla Junior.
I mean, God, if it was that design, I would definitely play on it, but it's like, no, I mean, come on, get the hell out of here.
98.
What's the way with the
It'll be 98.
Is that an X plus? Yeah.
Yes, Kevin, it is.
Okay. And he says also, dude, no, come on, man. No, dude, no, dude.
We all know for Walter the only correct answer is 98.
Yeah.
Yes, that's yes, as you all know, 98 is my favorite of Godzilla designs. I mean, it always standing in my heart is why I hate that movie so damn much.
There's a lot of fish.
Oh God, but okay, but yes, but no, but you already know it's I can't stop.
Megalon.
Yes, I know. I'm getting to it. I look, y'all throwing so many things at me. I'm like, dude, you catch me off guard. But it is, of course, 73 Megalon Godzilla.
Nice.
Yes. And it's probably obvious because this was my very first Gojira film. And guess what? Yes, Mr. Alvin actually pointed out it is Megalon. Yes. I'm glad you pointed it out. Yes.
Mega wrong. Okay, come on now.
I'm in the damn background.
It's in the damn background.
You're in the damn background? Oh, okay. Oh God. But no, you already know this is my favorite design. True enough, he's got the Cookie Monster eyes, because if you look at the close up of it at one point, it's like them eyes look like he's stoned out of his damn mind, I mean,
Looks like he's on speed.
True enough. True enough. This is not the. I mean, I have to say this is not one of the best films in the damn series. I know that, but it's still a love letter, childhood favorite of mine, and the design, it just sticks out the most as far as what Godzilla designs are. Well, of course it was. It's like, yes. Hence to saying I'm in the damn background. So no, but that's the thing. This is my favorite design. And okay, Owen says yeah, exactly. Exactly, Owen. You know it, brother. You know it for sure. But anyway, the point of it is that Godzilla Megalon versus Megalon design is by far my favorite design. And like I say, I've said all these other ones that I love, but it's just like it just stands out the most, just like it does not, like I said, you can have your -1, you can have your evolved Godzilla from Godzilla X Kong, you can have all these other ones, you can even have a 98 Godzilla up there, if you want to. But for me, it will always be, and you have? Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Kevin.
It could even be the cursed BBC documentary suit from '98.
See, but the thing about it is that one will always stick out the most for me as my favorite design of Godzilla. And like I say, if by chance, this new -0 comes out, or even when Supernova comes out, and the particular look of Godzilla is somewhat of a radical design change, and it just like alters my perception, it's like, okay, I guess I can go with that. But until then, Megalon 73 will be my favorite Godzilla design. So
Yeah.
there you go. Go ahead.
Just before we wrap up, there is one more honorable mention just because of, I mean, to me it's cursed at least, but I just mentioned it as well. It's the BBC Goji from 1998.
Yeah, well, let me put that up, sweet. I see. I did not realize
No,
that.
get that out of here. That's not real. Get out of here. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that
I did
cake?
not-
Yeah.
That's not cake. Get that out of
Yeah.
here.
Once
he does
upon a
look like-
time, the BBC actually made a Godzilla suit for a documentary. Believe it or not.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What Kevin says here.
That's right.
Yes, that's true.
That
enough,
is
yeah.
true. Yeah.
And it never changes. It will never change. And and always says, freaking, yes, he does. He does do that. And
Well, of course, that's his finish. That's his
Come
finish.
Well, don't forget, Godzilla had a brief cameo in a Pee Wee Herman movie.
Yeah.
yes, he did. Yes, that's very true.
And
Yes.
appeared on SNL back in the day.
Yes, yes. And you some of you will never know this, or you probably heard this, but when Godzilla versus Megalon had its very first it's the only Godzilla film had a national broadcast on national television. John Belushi was in that particular suit doing the bumpers for the intro and outro of the film they showed. So just in case you didn't know that, now you know.
And let's not forget, he also kind of had a cameo in Friday the 13th Part 3 and Friday the 13th A New Beginning.
That's
Yes,
true.
he did. Yeah.
That's see people will never gotta have a keen eye for that. See, I would that's one of the,
Part 3 one, it's kind of hard to miss, but the New Beginning one, you have to be eagle-eyed. The guy that runs the halfway house, he has 2 Godzilla things on the wall.
Yeah.
oh god, see, yeah.
Yeah. And also, if you watch Mars Attacks, this is toward the final act. There's a section of footage from Godzilla versus Biollante while the
Yes.
aliens are watching the invasion of Earth. There's Godzilla versus Biollante playing in the alien spaceship.
Oh
Mhm.
god, that's crazy. You see how much of effectiveness of Godzilla design, or just Godzilla in general. I'm surprised I didn't pick the Godzilla from Godzilla versus, or was it Charles Barkley versus Godzilla commercial? I mean that's so hilarious.
Oh,
knowing that.
yeah. Barkley versus Godzilla. That was a thing, wasn't it?
Yes, I still remember that.
You got the sunglasses and everything.
Yeah, even had
Not
sneakers. as well.
sunglasses, but yeah.
Yeah, but
Which-
on the on the John Belushi in the Godzilla suit, I wish that they were included as extras on the Godzilla vs Megalon DVD. I
Yeah,
wish
but
they were as extras.
I think some of that footage is long lost because you got to remember
Oh,
back then at the time. This shows how negligent the times were at that time. You know, they
mhm.
did all this recording, but they didn't have the so-called budget at the time, so they copied over old new footage on the old tapes, and some of that stuff. There's only like a hint of it somewhere of a still of that shot where he busts through the screen doing the fourth wall break, and the rest is pretty much lost, I believe. Owen says here, yeah, yeah, he somewhat. No, Godzilla got served in that commercial. I don't know, it's he got served hardcore.
Yeah. Yeah. The commercial essentially ended with Charles Barkley telling Godzilla he needs to get shoes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because it's like it's laughable. You see, he does the dunk, and Godzilla just go flying backwards. It's like, yeah, dude, you just got your ass handed to you.
There's
Sorry.
a comic book.
Yeah. Charles Barkley gets I forget if it's like a magic coin or a ring that makes him 400 feet tall.
Coin.
It's a coin?
Yeah.
Coin.
Mhm.
Yeah. It makes them 400 feet tall, and they play basketball, and I think they make like they turn a building they make like a makeshift hoop, and it's ridiculous. but
didn't realize.
entertaining at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, gentlemen, brothers, my kaiju brothers, thank you for this delectable, fun romp through this rant of what we love in terms of Godzilla designs and everything, and knowing that this was just, like I say, just for fun. This wasn't supposed to be taken seriously. But then again, purists will always come out of the woodwork saying like, that ain't a good design. Why you like that? It's like, because I'm me, I have an opinion, and if you don't like it, you know what you can do. But
Well,
aside from that,
I have a perfect response for that. I have a perfect response for that.
Okay.
Hold on. No, keep talking. Keep talking.
Okay. While I was saying that, this has been amazing. Yeah, I mean, this is, like I say, this is fun. You just never know what you're going to get out of it. And
wait.
Yeah, we love you.
Repeat what you said again.
I don't know if I can say it again. I mean, if you don't like it,
well, don't worry about it. If when they do say that, here's a picture of my ass. Kiss it.
Oh wow, dude. Oh
yeah. That's it. That's my response.
Okay.
Here, I'll back it up so it's not so blurry. So yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah, like I say, you got an ass. That's what you could do. Kiss mine for sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
All
right. Oh my god! But that was so much fun though. I love this. This is, like I say, I don't know where how these things go, but when they go pretty well, it's like, hey, you have fun with it, and that's why I say I appreciate you guys coming on here and doing this for me. So thank you very much. But in closing, we'll go around to see who's got whatever coming up. So Jake, do you got anything particular as far as content or anything like that?
Tomorrow we'll be on Kevin's channel for the Beast from 20,000 Phantoms. Sometime next month, me and Anubis will be getting together for the next Kaiju Unlimited, where we're going to be talking. Yep. Where we're going to be discussing 2 kaijus in Death Ghidorah and Dagarla, and then sometime next month, me and Kevin are going to be doing the next TV Chronicles, where we're going to be talking about the Human Vapor as my pick.
Okay.
So, other than that, whatever comes up.
Okay. Well, all right then. Daniel, as far as content coming up on your channel or whatever you're going to be doing?
Now, before we set off for G-Fest, I did have 1 project in the pipeline. Now I have 2.
Okay.
I don't want to give away too much because they're still early on in development. But what I'll say is this: one is a double feature retrospective, and the other involves a lot of these little guys. So what I will say is, keep your eyes peeled.
Cool.
That'll hurt.
Yes, it would.
Or you can just get them surgically removed. Just scalp it off.
All right. Well, Anthony, what you got particular coming up?
Well, later on this week, Thursday, I have Ghouls of Midnight with DJ Anubis, where we'll be talking about a very underrated horror film from the late 90s with a solid cast, Phantoms.
Yes, I like that. Yes, Phantoms are very underrated.
And I got a review for Godzilla vs. Biollante in the Pipe Works, as well as gearing up for Halloween on my channel, which, quick rundown of most of what I'm doing: the extended cut of the original Halloween, the original Night of the Living Dead 1990, original Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead. I'm actually going to include the Doctor Who episode, Revelation of the Daleks, because let's face it, that's the unofficial Doctor Who Halloween special. And because ending every month reviewing a Halloween movie, This year, it's ending with Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Okay. Nice. All right. Well, Gojira 851. What in particular? Anything coming up as far as your content for you?
Not really. Just working like all the time. Really has my time really caught up. I might start review like not really reviewing anything. I'm getting stuff and just putting it in the collection. So I might just doing like little quick shorts and just putting them on the channel and then just putting like that little 60-second videos and just be like, hey, I got the Itchy Bonzo Super Mecha Godzilla. I got the regular Mecha Godzilla. I got the Hiya Toys Godzilla 2000 Heat Ray version, stuff like that. But as far as like long-winded reviews, not anytime soon. I'm too busy for stuff. But like stuff like this, I enjoy coming on and doing videos with you guys. Around the holidays, I'm planning on doing a video with Anthony Jordan. I can't remember what the video is we were talking about. We're going to do with that. So
A live discussion for Endless Waltz.
Yep, we have that. There's that, and I think we have a video I'm going to be doing with Anubis and Kevin, the retrospective for Devil May Cry, but we still have some kinks to work out for that as well. So. But as far as stuff of my own, nothing like big. So, yeah.
Okay. Nice. Well, for me particularly, I am going to be I'm going to be joining like Jake, and we're going to be joining Kevin on his channel discussing the 50s classic, The Beast from 20,000 Phantoms, where, hey, it's a classic. It's one of the things that got the whole Gojira thing rolling in the first place. One of the reasons why it exists now. And next Saturday, Anubis and I don't know anyone can join up with this one too, but we're going to be discussing the 40th anniversary of a lost classic that was directed by, and thankfully never directed again, Stephen King joint, Maximum Overdrive. I feel that's a film that rarely gets any love, but then again, it's another one from my youth, my teen years, that I have to say is a special place in my heart, and I enjoy it for what it is. That's coming up next week, and that Sunday after that Saturday, I will be discussing the disaster films of the 70s, which I think Anthony's supposed to be joining me for that one too, if I'm not mistaken, Anthony. But
Yeah.
And it's just the 70s. It's not necessarily for anything else, but it's what you call the grand standard of how disaster films worked back then until you get into the 90s and later on, whatever you consider, disaster films. And just for a little bonus, I'm officially part of Anubis's. Let me make sure it's here. What it says here.
Vintage Cult Cinema.
Yes, I'm part of the Vintage Cult Cinema. When I say co-op individual. So anything that Anubis comes up with, I'm back there in the back seat, and I say, hey, I'm ready to ride or die, brother. So whatever we come up with, there you are. So for that, anything else, I don't have anything particularly as far as next month, probably because I'm going to be busy with a lot of stuff as far as work. So, but that doesn't mean you won't see me with some content. I will be bringing something out. I mean, I have to do that. Ashley, okay. Yes. Yes, we will be talking about that, Asher, for sure. That's definitely going to be on
100. 100. That's an awesome film.
Yes.
And don't forget Earthquake.
Oh no! Earthquake is going to be. If you don't talk about 70s disaster films without talking about Earthquake, it's like you need to be slapped in the face. I feel you need to. But anyway, that good reaction, Jake. I like that. Yes. All right. But anyway, gentlemen, thank you again for this amazing trip down this crazy person's mind, and I'm hoping that you enjoyed it just as well as I did. And everyone who's been in the comments, thank you for commenting, giving your input and everything. Like I say, if I know I will come up with something else. My mind is always spinning with eccentric ideas, but hopefully they're grounded enough for you to want to participate in them. So, but anyway, yes. But anyway, thank you again. Thank you all who's watching. And as I always close out, and this is particularly going to be where I say this, y'all take care. Y'all please be patient. And always keep the kaiju love alive.
Don't.
Yep. There you go.